What's up, Juventini? Yesterday we reviewed how crucial this week was going to be for Juve's Mercato, and today the news is around all the potential domino pieces and what could go down. Chiesa's status, what is the next official bid for Juventus, and why is Coop Miners not being mentioned in it? Has Juve completely shifted their focus, and are we in for a big surprise when it comes to Gleison Bremer? All that, much more right now. I'm Berto. This is the HAC, your channel dedicated to Juventus. It's July 30th. Let's rock with the news. So Chiesa first up, as all eyes are on this saga, and Nico Schira weighs in, claiming that yesterday Chiesa was in fact informed he is not part of the plans for Juve and he is indeed on the market. Schira also continued that the only offer for renewal from Juve came before the Euros. There have been no more offers since. The player does want Champions League football. He rejected Besiktas 2 days ago because he wants to play in the Champions League. There are weaker sources around stating that once the Toribo deal is done for Juve, that then Chiesa will be presented to Napoli for a possible exchange with Raspadori. But again, that comes from weaker sources. In Schira's own words, he claims nobody knows how this could end up because of the fact that Chiesa is still training with the first team. So it is completely up in the air when it comes to Fede Chiesa. But looking at Juve's official next bid, it is being said that it's going to be Toribo. However, major contradictions and from some of the big dogs out there as they claim that Adeyemi is going to be Juve's next official bid. And the offer going to Borussia Dortmund is 35 million euros with 10 million in bonuses, 5 million in easy incentives, 5 million in difficult incentives. The player apparently already has an agreement with Juve in place at 4 million per season. Now, with this going on, this leaves us wondering, have we completely shifted our focus from Coop Miners? Why has it been so quiet around Coop Miners when we wrapped up the business for not only Sule but also Huijsen, and we can act accordingly for someone that has always been listed as our top target? Someone that the big journals out there stated was the top target for Malta as well, because the latest reports from some of the big dogs stated that Malta was given the option to focus on Calafiori or Coop Miners, and he had chosen Coop Miners for this club. So does all of a sudden Juve believe their midfield is fine as is, or is there another name? Is there a surprise name that they're going to shift their focus just because of Atalanta's unwillingness to budge from 60 million euros? But is that even true? Because Fabrizio Romano states that the news we heard 2 days ago about Juve submitting their first bid at 45 million euros has not in fact even gone down. Juve hasn't even submitted an offer, period, for Coop Miners to this point. So this leaves a lot of questions for Juventini. Are we completely shifting our focus? Are we just looking at bolstering the attack? Are we looking for a Vice Vlahovic next, and then of course bringing in a defender like Toribo? Have we completely backed off this move? Well, maybe, or maybe they're waiting for the Chiesa sale to be finalized and then gonna act on Coop Miners. I don't know. Depending on where the numbers sit, with all the capital we gained on Sule and Huijsen, maybe they can make Adeyemi, Coop Miners, and Toribo work. It's all up in the air, but it's strange how quiet it has become around Coop Miners in a crucial week for Juve in the Mercato. Very strange. As far as bolstering the attack, Max Bayer continues to be listed as a potential target for Juve. 30 million euros is his release clause. So maybe that is in fact why Juve shifting their focus from Coop Miners, because of what it's going to take to bring in a Vice Vlahovic. The only other rumors we have there are Muaremovic, who has interest from Genoa, could be used to bring Retegi's price tag down a bit. It is all up in the air, everybody. We have to wait and see what happens. In the background, McKennie, there are no teams really ahead of anybody when it comes to McKennie. Fiorentina, the last team to inquire about him. Juve's looking for 20 million euros, and there are no offers coming in. Liverpool and Man U still have eyes on Gleison Bremer. Could this be a big shock? Could this be the move that funds the big Coop Miners deal for Juve? I'm not buying it. Despite the report stating that one of those Prem clubs could come in with an offer around 70 million euros still in this window, I'm not buying that Juve is going to move him, all right? It is too late for us to react accordingly, and I just don't see it happening. And in Bremer's own words, he is still content and very much happy at Juve. I do not see this one going down. But that is your news break to today. You guys know the drill, all right? Like the video, subscribe to the channel, join our AJC army, but let's mix it up in the comments. Do you think we have dropped the interest in Cope Miners? Do you see a potential shock move for Bremer? I don't, and I stand firm. Chiesa, renew them. Do not send in a purchase bid for Adeyemi. Find a loan for another attacker and let's spread out our resources because there's still quite a bit of work to do. What do you think? Can't wait to hear from all of you. And as you know, I'll be back tomorrow as always with another edition. Till then, fino alla fine, forza Juventus. Ciao tutti.